Hiya folks, JD here, and today we're going to be looking at this. I think everybody's going to recognize what this is. This is Sony PlayStation 2. So I got this on eBay. I got a few things off the seller, in fact, when I got this, and it came with a load of games. It came with some inside folders, some other games actually inside their proper games boxes. We're going to be going through those later. For the second, I'm just going to be going through this. It has been a few decades since I've opened up a PlayStation 2 box, and I know what the guy has sent me. I have opened up and checked, but I haven't checked the condition of anything. I haven't tested if it's worked. I haven't tested anything. So let's get everything out here, and then we'll have a proper little look at it, and we can go through exactly what we have, see if we've got any bits missing, and how long it's going to take me to clean this up and get it in a good, acceptable looking order. So put the box on the floor. First of all, let's just sort everything out. So we got PlayStation 2 official magazine, little tester there. We've got an old PlayStation 2 game demo disc. Wow, there's some names on there I haven't heard in a while. It's pretty dirty. We'll have to have a little look, see if we can clean that up. We also get the registration card inside there as well. That's cool. I'll put those back in the box to keep them nice and safe. So let's pop them in there. We've got some peripherals. We've got DualShock 2 cabled, again in real need of a little bit of cleaning here, especially on the analog sticks. So I'll clean those up. They click and they feel quite well. If you can hear that water in the background, that's my dog has decided to just drink as I go live. So these I'll give these a bit of a clean. Inside here I'll clean as well, and around the buttons and stuff. And I'll clean the back. As you can see there's a little bit of grime, as expected when you're using these game consoles. And you know, your grime runs off your hands, and you don't even notice it happening until it gets like this. So I can clean that. Ooh, there's a bit of a rattle. I'll have to open that up and check on the inside and see what's going on there. So I'll put that to one side for now, put that back in the box. So that's to clean and to investigate. We've got another DualShock 2 as well. This one in similar state, apart from I think this is probably the Player 2 pad, because the analog sticks are in much better condition. Not so grimy. Again though, a little bit of a rattle inside there. I'll have to open it up and investigate. I might open it up anyway and just check the contacts are all okay. As for the controller, as for the actual plug, everything seems to be okay with that one. I didn't check the first one though. Everything again. Oh no, look, we've got 9 pins, 369, 9 pins there, and we are missing a pin there. See in the middle? Okay, I'll have to investigate that further, see if it still works. I have to remind myself as to what that pin actually does to see whether or not it is going to impact the use. Memory card, 8 meg, standard Sony issue, PlayStation 2. Nice, in pretty good condition as well. Quite happy with that. Right, let's put that to one side. Cables, power cable, standard 2 figure of 8 cable. There we are, 3-pin UK plug. And then again, we've got the standard PlayStation cable for the back. Pins look to be all right. And then we have got our video, audio left, audio right there, which I've got a nice little dongle to show you in another video of what I'm using for that as well. They look to be all straight. There doesn't look to be any sort of bending of them, which is good. No corrosion of them, so they haven't been stored in an attic or in a shed, somewhere that might get a bit damp over the winter. Good, and none of this actually smells damp, and it smells like it came from a smoke-free home. So let's have a little look at the top. We've got a couple of scratches on the top. One down here. Let me just move this a little bit better. One down here. We've got a couple of quite deep scratches across here. Don't know how well you can see those. They're not too bad. I'll give it a bit of a buff, and that'll be all right. Still, you know, as PlayStations go, it's not the most heavily scratched one I've ever seen. The PlayStation 2 still looks quite good. There's normally a load of scratches over here. Doesn't look to be any. Look. Looks to be in pretty good condition. The back, as always, the fan is going to be caked. It looks like it is. I'll give that a clean, and I'll clean around the outside of the ports as well and get rid of all that. As for the expansion in the back, I mean, nothing, it hasn't been used, but it does look pretty clean. I'll give it another little spruce up as well, just to make sure that's okay. So this is the SCPH 39003 PAL version. Everything looks to be okay there. You've got the warranty if void sticker in the back right here as well. Doesn't look as if it's been taken off. Doesn't look as if it's been tampered with. That's a pretty good sign. And then the front of the console. Underneath, again, underneath on the vents, you're always going to get a little bit of cruft building up there. I'll get rid of all that as best as I possibly can. You've got your USB ports on the side here. Sorry about the shaking of the camera. USB ports here. Again, pretty caked. I'll clean them the best I can. Same as the main vent port here, you can see is pretty caked. As for the memory card slots, apart from being dusty, they actually look to be okay. The doors work. And that missing pin, I can't see inside these ports. So it's not as if one's got lodged in there, which is a good sign. And I've just turned, the switch on in the back. Play, reset, eject, buttons work really well. Have a nice feel and sound to them. The PlayStation logo, again, I'm guessing the guy had it on flat mode, because normally if you're going to have it up on its end, people will usually turn the PlayStation logo. So that's again a good sign. I do much prefer to run optical drives at a flat rather than up in the air. It's better for your discs, better for your drive. All in all though, I'm quite happy with that. What's the underside looking like actually? All 6 feet are intact. A bit of scratches, look, as you'd expect. But to be honest, this is the base of the console. And to be honest with you, I'm really quite happy with that. Couple of scratches, couple of little buffs. I'll do my best to get rid of as many of those as I possibly can when I give this a clean. How I'm going to clean this, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to try and see if I can blow everything from the back to the front. I've got good experience in doing that, being an IT engineer for over 24 years. So I'll clean it as best as I can. I'll try and pull out as much dust as I can, but I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to check the capacitors. I'm not going to be replacing anything internally here. Next thing, let's get this plugged in. Let's get a game on and let's see how that works. I'm going to first try the controller that has the missing pin, and then I'm going to go for the second controller with all pins intact. Let's get on with it. Right then, so we've got the PlayStation set up. Now what I'm going to do, we've got a red power light. Good sign. I'm going to pop in memory card into the first bay. And then I'm going to go with, as I said, I'm going to go with the controller with the missing pin. And I'm going to go for that first. And I'm going to whack that in one. And then, if I can stop the camera shaking, because I just knocked it. Have we got power? We have got power. Beautiful. So now I'm going to, first of all, should we check? Should we see if we've got any discs in the drive? Oh, we do. We have Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, the Angel of Darkness. Oh, it looks all right. There's a couple of scratches on it, but for a, 20-year game, it's not too bad. So now I'm going to click on browser. We'll go in and see if we can browse the console. Memory card. Yeah, let's enter the memory card. So what have we got on the memory card? We've got Tomb Raider. Oh, it's still loading for a second. We've got Tomb Raider. We've got system configuration. We've got Pro Evolution Soccer, GTA Vice City, Sonic Heroes, 007, a load of soccer games, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, San Andreas, a load of Pro Soccer. Yeah, and even more Pro Soccer. But the controller with the screwed pin seems to be working quite nicely. It's so what we'll do, I'm going to pop in Tomb Raider and let's have a little look and see whether or not we can actually get this working. So I'm going to pop on the analog button, and then hopefully then we can see it just working, whirring away, doing its thing. Play a little 2 minutes of Tomb Raider, see if it actually loads up, test the drive. But so far, when I turned it on, there was nothing that I saw anywhere. I was looking through the camera, but there's nothing that flew out the back, you know, and overall, I'm pretty happy. Now I want to see, that drive is, the fan's making quite a lot of noise as it would, but itself, it's pretty cool. It is cool. It's not as if it's having to blow really hard, like it's really gunked up, you know. And we've got a splash screen. The drive itself is really, really quiet, and there's not a lot of vibration. Like when I've seen drive motors go before, after a long period of time, the part of the console here would be very, very shaky. And it isn't. You can tell that there's something inside it, but it's not shaking. So I've just got the analog button on the on the controller, and I'm just gonna, there you go, got a splash screen, press start. Right, start has been pushed. So I want to see now whether or not we get any problems with playing this. I'm gonna go new game. I'm hopelessly awful at these games, but I just want to give it a shot 2 days earlier. That's a good way to start, isn't it? I just want to see if whether or not the game loads, which it does. I want to see if this controller actually works properly because it's missing that pin. I will find out what that pin does, and I probably would have said over this video. But so far the disc is reading, console's on, memory card is reading, the controller is working. So I'm happy. I'm going to do more testing off camera, but I just wanted to make sure that, you know, everything was above board.
This looks like a...
There we go. Come on, Lara. Let's start. Okay. No, I don't want to exit. No. I don't want to exit. No. Still don't want to exit. There you go. Right. So I'm able to move.
Use the left.
Yeah, I'm able to move. I can turn both analog sticks. The buttons seem to be working. X button works. I can just pick up something.
That bin looks climbable.
Bin looks climbable. Brilliant. I can get on top of there. Yeah, do you know what? I'm satisfied this controller works. I've so far
walk to the edge of the bin and press.
Hit. Let me just use the D-pad. Oh, D-pad doesn't work in this game anyway. Okay, let's jump down. Forward roll. Jump. Yeah, this controller works. That pin might be a misnomer, or it could be something that it might be a grounding pin. I'll check it out anyway and find out. But so far, I'm really happy with how that looks. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to do more testing of this console. I'm going to start cleaning this up, and over the next few days, I'm going to test a few games. I'm going to get a few games out on this channel just so we can see the state of the discs. And I might even talk a little bit about it as well as we're playing the game. So we've got a lot of games to go through. Some of the games that we've got here that I've got to test are ones that I absolutely adore. So if I just pop that down there for a second. So some of the games here, we've got Grand Theft Auto 3. We've got Tony Hawk's Project 8. Didn't even know that was a thing, but there you go. Juiced 2. We've got Fantastic 4. We've got Guitar Hero 2. Didn't get the Guitar Hero controller with it either. Guitar Hero. Got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Then we've got one in probably my favourite game of all time, Need for Speed Underground. And then we've got Lego Star Wars in the actual boxes. He has said, actually, he got in touch with me and said that this listing was missing 4 extra games. So he's posted that out as well, bless him. Also, FIFA 7. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Need for Speed Carbon. Futurama, looking forward to playing that. Croc, and there's Pro Evolution Soccer and Max Payne 2. Now, obviously, I don't know the state of all these discs. I didn't even know there was a disc in there, actually, so I'm quite happy that we've got that game as well. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to pop that in with this, with all these solo discs. Right, well, I'm going to get on and I'm going to start testing this, cleaning it down, and just making sure that it is a good console. And when it's done and when it's ready, I will notify everybody, and I'll put it up on Whatnot or something else if Whatnot don't accept me, and we'll go from there. But I tell you what, my friends, thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy gaming.